We will now see the tests for similarity. The first test of similarity is the angle-angle test or AA test. Now, what is angle-angle test? It means if two pairs of angles of two triangles are congruent, then the two triangles are similar, which means if one angle of the first triangle is congruent to one angle of the second triangle, one more angle of the first triangle is congruent to one more angle of the second triangle. Two pairs of angles are congruent. That means the triangles are similar. Here you have triangle ABC and triangle PQR. So in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, let's see, one angle of the first triangle is 60 degree angle A, and for the second triangle 60 degrees angle R, which means angle A and angle R are congruent, correct? So angle A is congruent to angle R. Angles are congruent. Okay, triangles can be similar, angles are congruent. Then you see that one more angle of the first triangle, that is angle C, is 70 degree, and for the second triangle angle Q is also 70 degree. So angle C is congruent to angle Q. Angle C is congruent to angle Q. So we got two pairs of angles are congruent, right? This is the first pair and this is the second pair. Two pairs of angles, angle. So the triangles are similar by AA test. Now, how do you write the correct order of correspondence of the triangles? That is very important. Triangle, suppose I'm writing triangle ABC this side. Triangle ABC is similar to the second triangle. Okay, shall I write PQR? No, there is a proper order of writing for the second triangle. How to find out that? You can see that angle A corresponds with angle R, correct? So that means the letter A corresponds with or matches with letter R. The position of A is first here, so the position of R also will be first. Okay, you can get it from the figure also. From the figure also, you understand that angle A is 60 degree and R is 60 degree. So letter A corresponds with letter R. So A comes first, R comes first here. Now, here C corresponds with Q. C corresponds with Q, which means here the letter C comes last. So here the letter Q will come last. Okay, again from the figure you can say that C is 70 degree, Q is also 70 degrees. So C corresponds with Q. You can get it from the figure or from here that the C corresponds to Q. So Q comes last. Now in this triangle, which is the remaining letter P, that comes in the middle. So it is not triangle ABC similar to PQR. It is triangle ABC similar to RPQ by the AA test of similarity. So if two pairs of angles are congruent, then the triangles are similar by AA test. Okay. In this example here, triangle PQR is a right angled triangle, right? With angle Q having 90 degree. And in this, you draw a perpendicular. Let's call the perpendicular as TS. ST is a perpendicular, down from T to the hypotenuse PR. So you can see here two triangles PST and PQR, right? You can see one big triangle PQR, which is a right angle triangle, and also a small triangle that is PST, which is also a right angle triangle, right? Okay. Now, how to prove that these two triangles are similar. In triangle PQR and triangle PST, okay, first of all, you see that angle S is 90 degree, and for the big triangle angle Q is 90 degree. For the big triangle angle Q is 90 degree, and for the small triangle angle S is 90. Therefore, Q corresponds with S. So what are the names of the angles here? Angle PQR. Angle PQR is congruent to angle PST. PQR is congruent to angle PST because both of them are 90 degree, that is each 90 degree. Each 90 degree. What else? What other pair of angles do you see are congruent in these two triangles? You can see that angle P is a common angle to both the triangles. For the big triangle, this angle is angle QPR, right? QPR. And for the small triangle, it is TPS. Is it the same angle? Yes, it is the same angle. Only one angle is seen here, but it has got two different names for both the triangles. For the bigger triangle, it is PQR, and for the smaller triangle, it is TPS. TPS. Therefore, angle QPR is congruent to angle TPS. Reason? Common angle. Common angle. Therefore, triangle PQR is similar to triangle. Yes. Q corresponds with S. So you have S coming in the middle, correct? You can see from the middle letter here, the vertex Q corresponds with vertex S. So letter Q corresponds with letter S. Then P is the common angle for both the triangles. So P corresponds with P. Or you can check the vertex here. Vertex P corresponds with vertex P. So letter P corresponds with letter P. So letter P comes first. Because in the first triangle, P is first. Second triangle also P comes first. So P corresponds with P and Q corresponds with S. The remaining letter is T. So triangle PQR is similar to triangle PST by AA test, angle test. Okay. Let's see another example here. Segment AB is parallel to segment CD, parallel. You have to prove that the triangles are similar. The two triangles are AOB and COD. Okay, we have to prove that they are similar. Now, when you observe the triangles, what do you see? You see that since AB is parallel to CD, angle A and angle D will be congruent because they are alternate angles, correct? If the lines are parallel, then the alternate angles across the transversal will be congruent. So let's first prove that. In triangle AOB and triangle COD, angle, first we'll say, segment AB is parallel to segment CD given. Therefore, on transversal, AD, I hope you know what is the transversal. So two parallel lines, AD is the transversal. So in that the alternate angles are A and D. That means angle OAB is congruent to angle ODC because they are alternate angles. Alternate angles theorem. Okay, then what else do you see here? You can see that angle AOB and angle COD are vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles, correct? Therefore, angle AOB is congruent to angle COD because they are vertically opposite angles. Now you've got two pair of angles as congruent. Two pairs of angles are congruent. A and D are congruent and O and O are congruent. A and D are congruent alternate angles. O and O are congruent because they are vertically opposite angles. So two pair of angles are congruent. Therefore, triangle AOB is similar to triangle. Yes. Now let's look for the correspondence here. A corresponds with D. From the figure also, A corresponds with D. So A comes first means D comes first here. Right? Then O corresponds with O. O corresponds with O from the figure also. O corresponds with O vertical opposite angles. Therefore, O matches with O here. O comes in the middle. And the remaining letter in this triangle is C. So AOB is similar to DOC by AA. Okay. These are examples of how you can use angle-angle test to prove that the triangles are similar.